Here we go! And here we go for another edition of Jofo in the Ring. And yes, my name is Frank Jofo, and we have a special guest. You might have seen him on Monday Night Raw and AEW Rampage this week. His name is Leo Sparrow, the son of the sun, Nick Sanders. What's going on, brother?
Not much. How are you?
Very good, very good. So let's get right into it. This week, you fought the 7'3" monster, Omos, on Monday Night Raw. And we got to see you in a vignette for Anthony Bowens and Max Caster on AEW Rampage. What's this whole what's going on with you right now? What's the story?
Just finding myself in the right place at the right time, showing up and trying to get myself these opportunities and make relationships and connections, and it always comes back to me. So I'm making friends and having a lot of fun along the way, and I just wrestled on Monday Night Raw, so that's the coolest thing I've ever done.
What's the what was the process? Was that your first ever time on Monday Night Raw on WWE TV?
That was my first time, yes, on Raw. This past Survivor Series, I was a security guard as an extra.
Okay.
But this is my first time wrestling on Monday Night Raw, yes.
Okay, what's the process of getting to be an extra on WWE? Do you have to send in packages? Do they call you? What's the process there?
So they contacted me. There was a specific blood work and physical form that they need you to fill out, and then you need to send it to the head of their talent relations department. And if they know you, if they like you, they know that they can trust you, they will contact you when they have an opportunity around you locally. So this one was in Philadelphia. I got the call Sunday night that says, "Can you be at Raw tomorrow?" So I said, "Yes, absolutely." And I showed up to Philadelphia with a car full of guys, and we're sitting and eating and catering. And then my trainer, Pat Buck, came up and he said, "Congratulations, you're going to be wrestling on Monday Night Raw." And I said, "Okay, who am I going to wrestle?" He said, "Omos." I said,
my God.
"Oh, shit." And and that was it from there. And we just kept going. So,
did you talk to Omos before the match and prepare for the match? How does that process work? Because I know wrestling a guy that's 7 feet tall, and no offense, looking at the way you are, the whole process was to make Omos look like a beast.
Mm-hmm.
And the way everybody's been talking about that match, I think you did your job correctly, and it made him look like a savage.
Thank you.
I
got some very good feedback when I went through the curtain. A lot of guys were very thankful, had some good things to say about how I made Omos look. So, I mean, really, I could have done nothing in the ring and still made him look like a beast because he's an absolute monster.
Well, I have a friend, my roommate, and we were watching Monday Night Raw, and I go, this guy is gonna catch a beating, and I'm like, but my friend goes, Omos looks like a savage though, does he? I go, well, you know what? I go, you got to thank Nick Sanders for that, because Leo Sparrow, because it made believe that Omos was a savage. But the controversy was a lot of people were talking about that he broke character in the ring. Do you feel like he broke character in the ring? Because I find that he was exceptional in the ring.
Yeah, I didn't see any time where he broke character.
A lot of people said that. He said that he said a lot of people in the wrestling rumors, they said that he was talking to the ref saying, "Do I have to do the height thing with him?" And then the ref told you, just just protect yourself. Was there any anything else in the ring that they were talking about between you and the ref and Omos, or?
No, not that I know of. The ref telling me to protect myself. That's what referees do. Okay. So it's not like, oh, the ref broke character. Omos saying the height thing, I guess I think that was more talking to himself. He's like,
that's what I figured
contemplating, should I do it? And then he did it. So he made me look very small.
And you're in an illustrious class right now, because I'm looking back at it. The only person to be on two wrestling programs in the same week. Last person I remember is Ravishing Rick Rude. He was on the same night. You were on the same week. How does that feel to be in that class of wrestlers, being on two different wrestling programs in 1 week?
It feels really good. I didn't know it until last night.
Okay.
that someone made the connection. They're like, Raw and Rampage in the same night. And I was like, no way. So that I had to send out a tweet about it, and it got some attention by some wrestling news companies, and they wrote some articles about it. So that was
So
pretty good.
the
Yeah, I
A
believe that there was one woman who did NXT and AEW, might have been Dark or Dynamite in the same night. Or
she did Dark Elevation, and she was like a VIP, she brought she was in the MVP lounge with
oh, okay.
Bobby Lashley on Monday Night Raw. Her name was Kelsey Heather, but she didn't wrestle on Monday Night Raw. She was just like
Oh,
she was just there as a manager or in the ring as an extra,
got
and
it.
she fought on AEW Dark Elevation. But the same for you is that
So
you
she
were
did the
seeing
reverse of me.
she did, she did the reverse. How did the AEW come to part? Was that before Monday Night Raw or was that after Monday Night Raw?
That was before Monday Night Raw. We
Okay,
filmed that last week, I want to say.
okay,
Max Caster trained me for the most part at Creative
okay,
Pro. He graduated from Max Caster is a day one student from Creative Pro Wrestling Academy in 2014,
okay.
and he trained me from the get go. Him and Brian Myers and Pat Buck, they've all been there since the beginning. I've only been wrestling like a year and a half, so
Okay.
it's not even like I'm good yet. But Max Caster is the best, and him and Anthony Bowens would always come to practice, and if they needed help filming a video, I would always be there. So I've been in other videos. I was Cody Rhodes in the ladder match video. I was in the Throw 'em Out, the tag team battle royal video. I played 100 of the Dark Order when he went up against Preston Vance for the ladder match qualifier match. Yes. So I've been in a few, and they were like, "Oh, what are you doing? Do you want to come help us film a video?" And I said, "Yep." And then we got there, and they said, "I need to film you breaking things." I was like, "This is the best day ever. That's all I want to do. Just give me the bat."
Perfect.
So I just found some stuff, and I just went to town, beating a lot of stuff up with the baseball bat. It was fun.
So on the independent scene right now in the United States, how's it going for you? There is bookings. How's the wrestling going on there? Because I know here in Canada, everything is shut down for the moment.
Mm.
We're excited to get back into the fix of watching wrestling, and one of our co-hosts is Jeremy Prophet, and coincidentally, his first ever match in WWE TV, he had a dark match, and actually it was a TV match, and he fought Brian Myers and Lance Archer in his first match. So there's kind of a connection there.
Yeah, nice.
How does Brian Myers help you out with all this here? Because I know you go to his school and everything, and he's probably a great teacher for you as well.
Mm-hmm. Brian is an anomaly in wrestling because he's treated me the same since I walked through the door that he does today. And he treats everybody the same, and he's never one to look down on anybody. So I'm very thankful for the opportunities that he's given me. I go and I help out on his live podcast shows, the Major Wrestling Figure Podcast.
Okay.
So whenever they do it around here, I'll drive and I'll usually run their meet and greet or help tickets or social media or something like that. Just to, again, it's kind of like ring crew without a wrestling ring.
Of
Just
course,
going
of
to help
course.
set up and make sure the show runs smoothly and do my part.
And do you think that there's big things because we're going to get to see the Acclaimed go against Darby Allin and Sting soon? What do you have to say about the Acclaimed? How big they are getting and how excited everyone is to see them in the ring and quite possibly go for a AEW Tag Team Championship match if they do beat Darby and Sting.
Yeah, they were just the number 1 or 2 ranked tag team in AEW, and it's been that way 1, 2, or 3 times already. So they had that match with the Bucks for the titles. That was awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's definitely big things for them because I love being with them. They're awesome guys. They help me out a lot, and I know it'll pay off for them. They're working very hard producing their own videos. It's going to be great.
Is what everyone says it is in WWE that it's always chaotic in the back before Raw starts and there's ripping up of scripts and everything. What's the general analyzation of what's going on in the back there in WWE if you want to talk about it?
Sure, I didn't see any ripping up of anything. I wouldn't say it was chaotic.
Okay.
I wouldn't say it was chaotic. It was. I was actually surprised because the first time I did extra work was that Survivor Series,
Okay.
and I had always heard about like, oh, WWE is so overproduced and this and that every second, and I was surprised with the amount of freedom that everybody had to do your own thing and make it work, and how they put it all together to come up with this national production. It was awesome. I was amazed to view it. So
Do you know who was? Well, obviously you know, but who was producing your section of the match and everything for Monday Night Raw? Which
Adam
producer it was?
Pearce.
Adam Pierce. Okay, great, great, great. And is there any other future bookings with WWE or AEW in the future, or it was just a one shot deal?
This was a one shot, but who knows? If I get enough buzz on social media, maybe they'll give me another call, bring me back.
Well, I could guarantee you this. We'll try our hardest to get you back on either AEW or WWE TV. But if there was a preference for you, is AEW a home for you or WWE a home for you, or what's the story?
That's a great question.
I hate to put you on the spot like this, but
No, there's a lot of different things that go into it, and I didn't understand it until I started wrestling. That like, oh, it's a contract. It's not whoever asked first, but it's like who comes up at what time and where would I see myself growing better. I don't know. I don't think I'm there yet, so I wouldn't be able to answer that fully.
okay. And do you have any bookings coming up on the independent scenes that you want to promote for yourself, or?
Sure. So I do just about every Creative Pro show that we have them in Lynbrook, New York. We have our next one coming up, Intoxication, on February 6th. That's going to be Anthony Green, Luke Gallows, Matt Cardona, a whole bunch of people. It's going to be great. Max Caster, Smart Mark, Brian Myers. I was on a show last night while Rampage was going on. It was the ISPW, the Independent Stars of Pro Wrestling. That's in New Jersey. So you can find me on those shows too. And yeah, if I have any other shows, I will post it on my social media, which you can find at No Steak All Sizzle, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook.
All right. And one last question.
Yeah.
Do you all the rumors going around about Omos maybe being a main event player, going through you in one of his matches? Do you think he has what it takes to become a WWE champion in the future?
Absolutely. I've never been manhandled like that ever. And any look of terror that you saw on my face was real. There was no selling involved. When he gave me that squisher in the corner, all the air came out of my body, and that was my body's natural reaction to push him away and collapse. That was as real gets, and I believe that's what they want to see in WWE champions is legitimacy. And like I said, he's the biggest human I've ever seen in my life, and absolutely will be.
Well, we're glad to see you in one piece after that match, and I hope to see you again on Monday Night Raw, because I think the crowd loved to see you, even though you got manhandled by Omos. But
yeah,
the opportunity is there, and you never know what could happen in the WWE or AEW. So we hope to see you again on WWE or AEW programming once again. For everyone out there, do you want to share your social medias with everybody so they could follow you on your journey?
Sure. So you can find me on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook at No Steak All Sizzle. That's where I post all my matches coming up. If I have any merch, any content that I want to make, it all gets put up there. And ProWrestlingTees.com/Leo Sparrow.
I'll be a big fan, and I'll be there on your journey to or hopefully be on WWE TV once again, or AEW. Leo, Nick Sanders, everything. Thank you very much for your time, and we hope the best for you in the coming future. And who knows, maybe we'll see you at the Royal Rumble. You never know.
Yeah, you never know.
You never know. We hope to see it. We'll be crossing our fingers. But thank you very much for being a guest on Jofo in the Ring. And remember, wrestling is life.
So, Jofo, I'm a gargle a shot for Kurt Hennig and everybody before we go.
Oh, no.
Jofo. Thank you, guys.